All right, welcome everyone to playoffs, season 2 of the RFCL. Joined here by Bucky. Um, they can hear you. That'd be interesting.
Uh,
They can. Okay, they can.
okay, good.
Um, yeah, first playoff game, new format this year. Only 6 teams made it. 4 teams are not playing until season number 3. Bucky is one of the playoff teams. So am I. But we're watching 2 other teams. I don't play on next week. But Bucky's got the Thursday game. Yeah, it's a great day. Bucky, how are we doing?
Oh, we're doing great. I can't wait to watch this game. I mean, Georgetown been a defensive-minded team all season, and UIU, their offense has been up and down. Just it's gonna really come down to if they can get Barry McCockiner going early enough to surpass this defense.
Yeah, let's go into Georgetown, see what they have to say before this game.
All right.
It was a little worse, but that way we're home.
Hi, hello, Judge Trigger and Georgetown. How are we doing tonight?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Good. I had Wi-Fi troubles right before the game started, but got it figured out.
Yeah, I noticed your cam went dead for like 10 minutes. Anyway, what's the game plan going tonight? You face this team week 1. Obviously, both teams have progressed since then. What's the game plan looking like?
Play good.
Have fun.
Bucky?
Coach Orpheus this morning, we were told that Coach Trigger wasn't going to be here, but now he's here. When were you just trying to throw off UIU, or is that just a little just a pre-precaution?
It was more of. I didn't know you were Orpheus. No, it was. We just had some miscommunications.
All right, that's all for me.
He was talking about a time he wasn't going to be here, and I misread the message.
Gotcha. All right, well, we're going to head over to Upper Iowa, and we'll see you all at halftime.
All right.
Coach Sneak, Upper Iowa playoffs. You face this team week number 1. Both teams have definitely changed since then. What's the game plan going into tonight?
Game plan is the same as it always is. One game at a time. We're
All
not going to sit there and.
Oh.
Listen, sir, I'm not done yet.
Listen, you cut out, sir. So
Yeah,
I don't know what
cut
you're talking about.
No, but yeah, basically, it's this game is just going to be just like any other game. One game at a time. We're just going to stick to what we know and stick to what we know works, and hopefully come out with a win.
All right, now Bucky for the coordinators.
Coach Versa and Georgetown, a defensive-minded team. You're the offensive coordinator. How are you going to get Barry McCockiner going in the first half to try and lay some points down in the first half?
Yeah, I mean, we're looking to get him going both hopefully on the ground and in the air. Typically, I mean, I think in the past, at least that last game of the season as well, like the more reps we kind of get him in the beginning, he tends to settle in there. Along with just getting him lately, getting him extra help in the backfield, potentially with one of the running backs blocking. I think that helps him kind of stay in the pocket more than how he has a tendency to leave. So yeah, hopefully do those things and get him comfortable in the pocket so he can start making some plays.
All right, that's all for me, Gerald.
Coach Zeke, like I said, you face this team week number 1, held them to 3 points. How are you going to do that again tonight?
We've got to contain basically everything to do. We just got to do what we did week 1 and then go on from there.
All right, well, we're going to head back to the booth. We will see you all at halftime. Good luck.
Yep, thanks, Jerry.
Yeah.
All right, Bucky, any final thoughts for this game?
Yeah, their first matchup, 10-3. I just don't think Georgetown was a complete team in that first game, and Upper Iowa kind of had them figured out. I think Georgetown has progressed a lot. They've improved a lot more throughout the season than Upper Iowa has. I'm going to take Georgetown 17-7 in this game.
I agree. I think Georgetown will get it done tonight. Move on to the semis. I think they will play Appalachian State, winner of this game, in in Birmingham.
Yeah, that'll be a very interesting game. Their
Yes.
first matchup and their second matchup, both, very good. App State kind of got away with it in the conference championship, and their first matchup was a 7-3.
Yep.
Be interesting to see if Georgetown can maybe look at those 2 games and get a win. But now you can't look ahead. You got to win this game first.
Yes, that is very true. Georgetown will get the ball to begin the first playoff game in season 2. Playoff history for both these teams. First round exits last year. Upper Iowa fell to Western Michigan in the first round, and Georgetown fell to the eventual national champions Central Michigan in heartbreaking fashion. Says Georgetown, they are on a revenge tour. It felt like they should have been at least in the semis last year, but coaches are making their final adjustments, and we are going to be underway from Washington, D.C., and Georgetown will return the kick from around the goal line. And I think that's Marino, it's Keel Gates, who will return it to the 27-yard line, 1st and 10, Georgetown.
Like you said before, both teams got eliminated in the first round last year. So whoever wins, it'll be their first time ever winning a playoff game and getting to the second round. So it'll be interesting to see how both teams go about it. And, Upper Iowa, they had a little bit of a easy division, some would say, in the East Division.
West.
West, I mean. And they got in because Montana and North Dakota State just couldn't hold their own. Upper Iowa got in as the final last seed in the playoffs, and they're trying to, make an upset here. But they did beat Georgetown, so would it really be an upset if they were able to do it?
Georgetown still believes that they would have won that game if their quarterback had played an Abba Yosef. He did not play, game 1. Trigger said that was a mistake on him. That will, not happen. Hasn't happened since. Yosef's put in the last 6 games, as we are still.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on right now. They must have forgot some adjustments or something. I guess Sneak's talking with his coordinators. Pause gate in chat.
I don't know what's going on. First he's got to go grab some food. All right, well, anyway.
During game time, though, that's crazy. Oh, well. Yeah, like you said, Abba Yosef not being in the game that first game of the season versus Upper Iowa really changed some things since they put in Abba Yosef. They got that big 48-point bomb on Coastal in week 3, and they've been averaging about 14 points since with Abba Yosef starting, and that defense has just been as solid as ever. A lot of close wins, game 5, 6, and 7. Closed out the year with 3 wins in a row. But I feel like this game, the defense is going to show up. Abba Yosef is going to start clicking. Derrick Henry is going to start clicking. And Georgetown is going to get this win. But, maybe Versa needs to get a little snack before. I don't know.
Apparently he does. I really don't know what else we're going to talk about here. So I guess I'll just put us back up here for a second.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know.
We're going to talk about the other playoff matchup.
Yeah, UConn, UCA, they did not play in the regular season. This will be a first-time matchup between the two. Not really sure where I'm leaning in that game. UConn hasn't looked great since Zach departed. In fact, they've lost the final 3 games, I believe. I don't think they've won. They're 4-3.
Yeah, their offense has definitely turned some heads,
That
but
being
not
said,
for a good way. Yeah.
UCA's also been struggling. I mean, they got annihilated last week in the conversation
Shut
game.
up.
I mean, it could have been worse, and I think Bucky knows that, but UCA pulled off a little bit.
Hey, man, we pulled our starters too, but maybe a little bit later.
Yeah.
It's all right. I mean, we've been doing prep, so I think we go out there and get a win. Their offense has just been a shell of their former self ever since Zach left. And they say they changed the playbook, but I don't believe it.
Yeah.
It's gotta be the same.
Winner will play UCO in Santa Clara. Both teams have played them at least once. UCA's played them twice, obviously.
Oh, we're getting back in the game.
We are back in the game.
Oh.
Finally, Trigger in his offense with Coach Orpheus as the offensive coordinator will get underway here in Washington, D.C., like I said earlier. This is the only 2 playoff games at a home stadium. From next week on, it is neutral sites. It's going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry, who will only get around 2 yards for Georgetown.
Not a bad play call to start out the game. You want to run it, but it looks like Coach Zeke and Upper Iowa were ready for it. Sent the blitz, and Derrick Henry only gets 2 yards on that play.
Yeah, Georgetown, they are very run heavy. They, at least early in the games, they don't like to, air it out like some other teams, although they are going 5 wide. So I'm not really sure what they're going to do out of this running wise. Could be QB draw, could be jet sweep. 2nd and 8 man in motion. It is going to be a jet sweep, and that is not going to work. They lose a yard. Luke Rogers with a 1-yard loss.
Just a weird formation to do the jet sweep in 5 wide. You're going to make the defense think you're passing, but obviously they're ready for the jet sweep anyway. And a 3rd and long now for Georgetown will be huge for Upper Iowa if they can get a stop here.
Yeah, this will be a very defensive-minded game. Upper Iowa struggled on offense late in the season. Georgetown's strength is defense. Offense, comes and goes. They did light up the scoreboard 1 game, but other than that, relatively low-scoring offense. 3rd and 9, though, from the 28-yard line. Joseph giving audibles. Henry in the backfield with him. Bunsen on the right side. It's going to be a run. I don't think I probably was expecting that. Derrick Henry will get the first down. He does get the first down. First and... the TVA video that is currently on the TVA channel. I meant to click save replay. But anyway.
After that cutie was on the screen for about 2 seconds, I was going to talk about that play. That's a really good play call, throwing off Upper Iowa's defense, using your best running back to get that first down. Great job from Georgetown.
Yeah, 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Yes, is back to pass. It's going to be a screen. He'll get up to Henry, looking for blockers, does get a block. We'll get to midfield, and that's where he's tackled. 1st and 10, Georgetown, 2 straight plays with the first.
Another good play call for Orpheus. He senses the blitz from Coach Zeke. He likes to do that a lot. And he calls the screen, gets a free 11 yards. It looked like Derrick Henry could have went farther, but I guess the first down is all you really want.
First and 10, Yosef back to pass once again, going to get hit. It still gets it off and be a check down route 5 yards to Derrick Henry.
It looked like Abba Yosef was about to get sacked. Was Derrick Henry hurt? Oh, he got up. Okay, it looked like Abba Yosef was about to get hurt or get absolutely obliterated in the backfield. He barely gets that ball off to Derrick Henry, and they get 5 yards. A good way to get Abba Yosef going.
Would have been the 2nd straight game with a starting running back going down, as Dylan Selesker is injured for UCO. Will miss the semifinals. Mason, I think that's just you, buddy.
What? Derrick Henry? What?
Anyway, Derrick Henry gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 3rd and 5 now for Georgetown.
He bounced off like 3 defenders and then laid on his back on top of a defender and then got back up, and it all managed to just get back to the line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd and 5 now. 3rd and manageable.
It's 3rd and manageable. Probably 4-down territory for the Hoyas of where they are on the field. They're past midfield near the 45. Not really putting distance, but, Trigger does like to play it safe most of the time, so I could see them, putting in one of their, a kicker that they will not kick it far. It's going to be another handoff. Marino this time cuts upfield. We'll get to the 41-yard line, no doubt. Now they are going to go for it on 4th and 1.
Yeah, you got to go for it here. 4th and 1. This drive has been looking really good for Georgetown. You're not quite in field goal range. You're not really at a position where a punt would do you any favors. They just get the ball back at about the 20-yard line. So going for it on 4th down here is a really good option, even if it's the first quarter.
4th and 1 for the Hoyas now. We're already halfway through the first quarter. 3.5 minutes to go. It's a long yard, almost 2 yards they need to get here. 4th and 1, though. 2 receivers to the right side for Georgetown. 2 backs for Georgetown as well. Yosef back to pass, looking. Blitz comes, is sacked at midfield. A great call from Coach Zeke to send the pressure.
And that is huge for the Peacocks of Upper Iowa. That's exactly what they needed to start out this game. And now if they go down there and score, they got great field position too at around midfield. If they go down there and get some points out of this, they might have all the momentum.
Yeah, that was kind of worst case scenario there for Georgetown. You lose 8 yards there on the attempt. Now Upper Iowa's near midfield, has some momentum, could go and get a score here. It's going to be a handoff to the running back, who breaks a couple tackles. It's still free. Gets to the 40, 35. This block does not get it. It's Tyler Wenzel for 20 yards. 1st and 10, Upper Iowa.
What a play from Wenzel to make something out of nothing. It looked like he was about to get tackled for a loss, and then cuts it to the outside for 20 yards. That's exactly what Upper Iowa needed. If they want to win this game, they got to have a little bit of luck factor on their side. They get it to the 30-yard line, and they're definitely in field goal range.
Broke 4 tackles on that play on the run to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for Upper Iowa. 3 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Pistol formation for the Peacocks. Barry, another handoff to Wenzel, this time left side. He is shifting for literally no reason, but still gets the first down. 11-yard rush for Tyler Wenzel.
Left side of the field wide open for Wenzel to run through. I don't know why he's cutting back and forth. He just runs straight. He's probably going to get 15 yards, but he still gets the first down, and Upper Iowa is in the red zone.
Yeah, in the red zone. 2 plays, 2 runs for Upper Iowa. They've gone 30 yards. Another handoff this time. It will hit in the backfield. This time it's O.J. Taylor, but he loses 2.
This time that John Grip defense, I guess that's what it's called now, comes into form, and Upper Iowa loses 2 on that run. 2nd and 12 now for the Peacocks.
2nd and 12 for Upper Iowa. Now they're outside the red zone at the 21-yard line. 5 wide, though, for the Peacocks. See what they do here. Barry is usually not a quarterback that can come out and sling it. He needs to get warm. 2nd and 12 from the 21. Play action pass. Barry's back to pass. Fires to the end zone. It's incomplete. And it really wasn't close to anyone.
That's just an interesting formation to come out in. Barry McCocker just has not thrown a pass. And, it's just not a very good play to get him comfortable in the game. Now he's going to maybe miss some easy throws. Now it's 3rd and long. You had to get a couple of yards there to make it 3rd and manageable, but now 3rd. They might just want to think about keeping it safe and settle for 3.
Yeah, 3rd and 12 now from their Georgetown's 21-yard line. 3 receivers to the left side. Winslow in the backfield. Crabtree split off by himself on the right side. 2 minutes here to go. Barry back to pass, looking, fires. It's going to be intercepted at the 15, and it's going to be tackled at the 20-yard line. But disaster for...
And like I said, you might as well just want to run it and protect the ball and take your points. Upper Iowa tries to be risky, throw it to a receiver, and it ends up with a pick for that John Grip defense. And now Georgetown catches a really good break.
Georgetown, defense is their strong suit. That showed right there. Had 2 plays of 30 yards for Upper Iowa. They're able to get a stop, get off the field. Now to their own 20-yard line. It's going to be a handoff to Derrick Henry, and Derrick Henry only get a yard. 2nd and 9 for Georgetown.
They keep trying to run it up the middle with Henry, and Coach Zeke, the defensive coordinator, is just ready for it. Sending the blitz. Might want to think about doing some screens here if you're Georgetown.
Yeah, screen seemed to work last time. Excuse me. And that's how they move the ball. Inside Upper Iowa territory. They just need to find a way to get Yosef warm, open up the pass game, because Upper Iowa really seems to be able to stop the run from the 21-yard line. The man in motion has been cracking across the line of scrimmage. Now he settles. He flex pass to Yosef, going to fire to McCracken, and incomplete, overthrows his receiver, and now it's 3rd and 9 for Georgetown.
Like you said, you got to get the pass going. They try to do it there. Abba Yosef just misses his target, and now it leaves the Hoyas with a 3rd and long, deep in their own territory.
3rd and long for Georgetown. Not something they are, very comfortable with converting. Really, a lot of teams, if any, are, very comfortable with converting these. It's going to be a handoff, and Keel Gates will get a yard. 4th and 8 for Georgetown. They're going to punt it away.
Upper Iowa makes sure that Georgetown gets nothing out of that turnover, and now Upper Iowa is going to have great field position once again, probably around the 50 or 40-yard line for Barry McCocker in this offense, but it's going to be interesting to see how he could do with
Kick is
that
away,
pick.
caught 35, and we'll get past midfield to the 47-yard line. Brandon Garnett gets Upper Iowa another great field position to work with, and let's see if they can capitalize this time.
Now imagine if they got that 3 and then the 3 and out. This would be a completely different game.
Yeah.
But
really would, but it's just not, mistake. Play call by Coach Versa. didn't want to play it safe, and it cost them last time. But it's 1st and 10 for Upper Iowa with the 47-yard line. Pistol formation now for the Peacocks. It's going to be a handoff to Winslow, who already has 30 yards, and will get only 2 this time. 2nd and 8 for Upper Iowa.
Not a bad play call for Upper Iowa on 1st down. They get 2 yards and sets them up with a 2nd and 8.
Yep, 2nd and 8 for Upper Iowa. 3 rushes for 33 yards for Tyler Winslow. Averaging 11 yards per carry so far. Pistol formation again for the Peacocks. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. It's going to be a play action pass. Barry looking to fire down the field. Has a man open. It's dropped. It was wide open, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 8 for Upper Iowa.
That is so unfortunate for Upper Iowa. That's an easy 1st down. That's got to be a catch.
Yep.
And it's a drop. Now Upper Iowa is left with 3rd and long, and Barry McCockiner is feeling as cold as ever right now.
My day has been great, Ryan. How has yours day been? 3rd and 8 for Upper Iowa now from the 45-yard line. Potentially 4-down territory here, depending what they get on this play. Barry back to pass, looking, throws off the run, incomplete. And now Upper Iowa will most likely punt it away here. Don't want to give Georgetown great field position with the way your defense has been playing.
Again, not a bad play call from Coach Versa, and Barry McCockiner just can't make that throw. Being 0 for 4 with a pick is just not good for any quarterback, especially one that's been struggling the last 3 games.
Correct. 4th and 8 for Upper Iowa now. We'll punt it away from Georgetown's 45. Kick is away, and it will be bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. Georgetown gets their 3rd possession of the first quarter with 16 seconds left.
The score doesn't show it, but it's been a pretty interesting first half.
It has. Very defensive battle. It's probably going to be the same way on Thursday. I expect some points in that game. But we'll see, I guess.
Hopefully, for the purple team.
At this point, I really don't care who wins that game. So, 2-back set for Georgetown from the 20-yard line. Yosef back to pass the screenplay. We'll get to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry trying to get outside. Only he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And it's 2nd and 10. That'll probably be the final play of the first quarter. It will. We're still tied at 0 entering the second quarter in the first playoff game of Season 2.
Yeah, we all expected this, a defensive battle from both fronts. Georgetown with a pick. Upper Iowa has got some chances on offense. They just haven't been able to capitalize. And this defense of Georgetown, they keep their good reputation.
They do. And it's 2nd and 10 now for Georgetown from their own 20-yard line. Have to go 80 yards here to get in the end zone. And Upper Iowa looking to get a stop. They get the ball, start the second half. So a lead going into halftime is definitely their goal. Trying to extend their lead after half, but they need to get another stop here. Yosef changes the play. 2 receivers to each side. Man in motion. They get the play off. It's going to be keeper by Yosef. It's a great play call by Orpheus, who gets tackled from behind at Yosef, but he gets 8 yards. 3rd and 2 for Georgetown.
Great read from Abba Yosef, able to see the line going for the running back instead of him. He's able to run freely at 8 before he gets that shoestring tackle, saving a 1st down, and 3rd and short now for the Hoyas.
3rd and 2 for Georgetown. 2-back set still for the Hoyas. Upper Iowa stacking the box. 8 people in the box. Now they spread out the line, and now they clinch it again. It's going to be a handoff to Henry. That's Marine. No, it is Henry, but he only gets a yard. 4th and 1 for Georgetown, and I'm going to guess they're not going to go for it here. They will kick it away.
I think that's a smart decision. 4th and 1 inside your own 30-yard line, 35-yard line. Not a very good decision to try and go for it, but they might fake it.
Yeah, they might fake it here. It's going to be kick is away for Georgetown, and we caught at the 30-yard line and sat down there for a 4-yard rush or run. And Upper Iowa gets the ball back at their own 34-yard line.
What a hit from that Georgetown defender. I don't know who that was, but absolutely laid out Garnett. And again, Upper Iowa with pretty good field position. They just haven't been able to capitalize on this good field position.
Yeah, I mean, dropped reception, last drive. Cost them a 1st down. See if they can get back on the rhythm here. It's going to be a handoff, and Georgetown brought the blitz and has absolutely nowhere to go. 2nd and 12 for Upper Iowa.
I mean, like you were saying, some of it isn't Upper Iowa's fault. That drop, that reception, I mean, that was their fault, but the drop was not their fault. That would have up almost a field goal range. Bit unlucky for Upper Iowa, but I mean, they should have at least had 3 that first drive.
Yeah, they should have. 2nd and 12, though, for Upper Iowa with their own 32-yard line now. It's going to be 2 receivers to the left side. Winslow in the backfield with McCockiner, who is looking down the field, going to fire check down, and this time it's dropped again. Barry is 0 for 5 on the day, and it's 3rd and 12 for Upper Iowa.
If I'm Upper Iowa, I'm not throwing it anymore. The receivers can't catch it, and whenever you throw it, it's nowhere near. If I'm Coach Versa, I'm sticking to the run, or I'm trying to get some screens or some read options to get Barry going. It just sucks that his receivers can't catch right now. I mean, he would be 2 for 5, but now he's 0 for 5.
Yeah, just not going Barry's way right now. And they're definitely going to try to throw it here because it's 3rd and 12 for Upper Iowa. And I'm going to guess Georgetown will sniff out a run pretty easily. They're going to go 5 wide here, 3rd and 12. Georgetown making some line adjustments. Barry's back to pass, looking down the field, going to be fired for a reception. First one of the day, Corey James gets 8 yards. Not enough for a first down. It's 4th and 4 for Upper Iowa.
Maybe don't go away from the pass. Barry McCockiner completes a pass this time. Corey James holds on to it. Looked like he was probably going to drop that off of that hit, but he holds on to it. And honestly, it's a win that Barry McCockiner got his first reception.
It is, but it's 4th and 4 for Upper Iowa. Another punt in this game, and this time it'll be returned from the 20-yard line. Keel Gates gets to the 26. That's about it. Georgetown will begin their 4th possession of the game from there.
Let's see if Abiosa would get going, and they've been trying to rely too hard on Derrick Henry. They haven't been passing it very much. They got Keel Gates, a pretty quick receiver. It'll be interesting to see what they'll do here on this.
1st and 10 for Georgetown now from the 27-yard line. 2 receivers to each side for the Hoyas. It's going to be a handoff to Henry on the counter. Breaks 1 tackle. Gets to the 30-yard line. 2nd and 7 for Georgetown.
That was a pretty great play there from Henry. Avoided the 2-yard loss, turned it into a 3-yard gain. Pretty good for Georgetown. I mean, all you could ask is to get a positive gain there on 1st down. Sets them up for 2nd and 7. Maybe a pass.
2nd and 7 for the Hoyas from the 31-yard line now. 2 receivers to each side once again. Henry in the backfield with Yosef. Yosef running the clock down here. 4 seconds on the play clock. Snaps it now. Back to pass. Looking, fires left side. To be caught for a first down. Luke Rogers gets 8 yards to the 41-yard line. 1st and 10 for Georgetown.
Like I said, it was probably going to be a pass there on 2nd and 7. Thanks to Derrick Henry setting it up, and Abba Yosef hits the receiver perfectly. And we could see Georgetown maybe get a little drive going here.
Yeah, they had their first drive, a solid drive, ended on unable to convert a 4th down. Looking to get some points here, probably before halftime. By the way Georgetown runs their offense, Upper Iowa probably won't have enough time, or at least a lot of it, to go try to get points of their own. For half, it's going to be a keeper by Yosef once again. He has blockers, gets to midfield, past midfield, gets a first down, 18 yards for Abba Yosef.
That is a great play call, and they've been relying on Derrick Henry. You fool the defense by running the read option. Avios is able to really run for 20 yards. It looked like he may have been able to go all the distance there, but then fails to get a block. But that's a great play call from Georgetown.
It is 1st and 10 for Georgetown and back in Upper Iowa territory at the 44-yard line. Yosef under center. 2 tight ends set now. Keel Gates in motion is going to be a play action pass. Fires to one of the tight ends. That's Derrick Henry. He's free. 20, 15, 10. Trying to get the edge. 5. Tackled at the 3-yard line. 41 yards for Derrick Henry.
What a play call from Coach Orpheus, and Derrick Henry does the rest. Uses his speed to evade the Upper Iowa defenders, and now Georgetown at least has a field goal to take the lead. Look at that. Wow.
They're knocking on the door for the first points in the playoffs of Season 2. Yosef under center for the Hoyas. We are approaching 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Man in motion across line of scrimmage is going to be a jet sweep or a strong toss, and Marino breaks 1 tackle, but not going to be able to get away from another one. Only gets back to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal now for Georgetown.
think Georgetown's trying to waste some time here, trying to make sure that Upper Iowa has little to no time to go down there and get a score of their own before the half, because they realize that they get the ball to start the second half. Even 3 for Upper Iowa would mean a lot to start the second.
Yeah, it would. Second and goal from the 4-yard line now. Yosef still under center for the Hoyas. Henry in the backfield around 5 yards behind him. And McCracken in motion again. It's going to be this time a play action pass. Fires in the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Yosef found a man but could not keep his feet in. 3rd and goal for Georgetown.
The throw was just slightly off. I mean, if that's a little farther back, that's a touchdown. And now the clock is still going somehow. What? Wait, what? I thought it was going to be stopped because he went out of bounds.
I don't know why the clock's going.
This is like the same thing that UCA Montana had when he dropped out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't know why the clock's going. But I'm sure Georgetown's not complaining. Fires in the end zone. Touchdown. Ace mounts 5 yards. And Georgetown strikes first.
Coach Orpheus stringing together a amazing drive. Abba Yosef does the rest. And Derrick Henry. Great pass into the end zone. Georgetown up 7-0, but they left 2 minutes on the clock for Upper Iowa to maybe go down there and get some points.
2 minutes for Upper Iowa, as Bucky said. 3 timeouts. A field goal does quite a bit here. So can Georgetown's defense get the stop they need? Return from the 1-yard line, looking for some blockers. And, oh, he had a lead. He was probably gone, but there's a flag on the play. And it's probably coming back. It's clipping on Upper Iowa. It wouldn't have even mattered. Back them up 15. And they have 85 yards to go to tie this game before half.
And that doesn't help at all. Started your drive from the 15-yard line. It looked like he may have had a lane, but the flag stopped him anyway in Upper Iowa. It's got a long way to go if they want to get at least 3. If they got 3, that would be great for them.
It would, but it just all depends on what Barry can do this drive. Can he get something going on offense through the air? Really can't rely on the running game here. Georgetown's contained that pretty well the last couple drives. And they're going 3 receivers to the left side for Upper Iowa from the 15. Handoff, and that's Winslow. Winslow breaks a tackle, will not get the first down, but gets 8 yards, 2nd and 2 for Upper Iowa.
Wetzel's been a dog for the Peacocks this entire game, breaking multiple tackles, and he gets 8 yards, turns like a 2-yard gain into an 8-yard one. And that's a pretty good start to the drive if Upper Iowa wants to go down there and get some points.
2nd and 2 now for for Upper Iowa from the 23-yard line. Fake pass by McCockner. He has a man open. It's incomplete. 3rd and 2 now for Upper Iowa.
It looked like 2 receivers were open down the field. On the left side of the field, looked like there was a go route for a touchdown. Barry McCockner is not able to hit the little post route and almost turned into a pick. Just not a great situation for Upper Iowa. And I like the play call to try and air it out with only 2 yards to the first.
Yeah, Upper Iowa's got to be really careful on a 3rd and 2. You don't want to give Georgetown the ball back with, over a minute and 3 timeouts for them to go extend their lead before half. 3rd and 2, though, for Upper Iowa. McCockner back to pass, looking, fires, running back, caught, first down, out of bounds. Tyler Winslow gets 6.
You see Coach Sneak there, excited about a completion. Now, they're looking very rare in this game for Barry McCockner. And the wheel route is there. Barry McCockner senses it, and great catch there for Wetzel to keep the drive alive. Double stack? Double stack formation.
Double stack going out for Upper Iowa. They're like I think every team's run double stack at some point this season. I'm blaming Mason. Cochran back to pass, fires. It's incomplete. Doesn't even matter how open that tight end was. Barry could not give it to him.
Yeah, he had that tight end right there, wide open. Barry thinking about that interception and threw it to the fans instead.
2nd and 10 for Upper Iowa. Needing some points here before half at the 29-yard line. 2nd and 10. 3 receivers left side for the Peacocks. Johnson lined up in a tight end position. It's going to be a play action pass. Barry looking down the field. Fires. Almost intercepted. Incomplete once again. Barry's 2 for 10 on the day. And another 3rd and long for Upper Iowa.
Even if you're not able to drive down the field and get some points, the worst thing you could do is give the ball back to Georgetown with over a minute left. And that pick right there almost did it. Upper Iowa left with a 3rd and long now because Barry McCockner is just not able to hit some hit some easy passes.
Barry is not having a good day, and it's probably the reason why he didn't get a Heisman vote at all. But they're going 5 wide now for Upper Iowa. Barry's back to pass, looking on 3rd and 10. Fires. He's going to be caught, but once again, Crabtree only gets 6 yards. Timeout Georgetown with a minute 11 to go. 4th and 4 for Upper Iowa.
If I was a I'd probably consider. I mean, you consider going for it here, but if you don't get this, yeah, they're gonna punt it. But I was about to say, if you don't get this and you go for it, you're leaving Georgetown with only like 5 yards out of field goal range. Probably a smarter move to just punt it away.
I would say watch a fake, but I don't think Sneak's going to do that in a playoff game.
That would be awesome.
But it would be fun, and it's not a fake. It's going to punt it away. We'll return from the 30-yard line. Keel Gates gets to the 38-yard line, 39. And Georgetown has a minute and 2 timeouts to try to get extended lead before halftime.
That's plenty of time. Seeing that drive from Abba Yosef and Derrick Henry last, they scored in about 2 minutes, but I believe Georgetown could 1 minute. If they could score here, that would really put a dent in Upper Iowa's confidence.
Yeah, it would. But let's see what Georgetown and Orpheus calls on this drive. A minute to go here. Yosef under center. It's going to be a pass. Yosef back to pass. Almost gets sacked. Caught. First down for for Georgetown. Ace Mouse gets 15 yards.
Is Abba Yosef one of the Weasleys? He was getting absolutely. It looked like he's about to get mauled there, and he gets a perfect pass out to his receivers, and now they're past midfield. That was a Weasley type play.
And Georgetown's going to call another timeout. Running out of time. Only 1 timeout left with 54 seconds to go.
I don't know if I like the timeout call there. I mean, you got the first down. Just got to hurry it up there to make the time stop. And I guess they would from about the 40-yard line. Yeah. I'm not going to question it, but...
Yep, from the 45, already in Upper Iowa territory. The receivers right side for the Hoyas. Henry in the backfield. It's going to be a play-action pass. Yosef fires in the middle. It's going to be caught once again. First down inside the 30-yard line. Skylar Wayne gets 16 yards. And they're immediately going to go the hurry up. 1st and 10 for Georgetown at the 29.
Abba Yosef is on fire right now, hitting everybody. And Barry McCocker can't say the same.
He cannot. 1st and 10 for Georgetown from the 29-yard line. Yosef back to pass. Free pressure coming. Throws it. It's still... Oh, it's incomplete. Yosef got it off and had... I think that was Derrick Henry, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Georgetown.
Okay, he's actually a Weasley at this point. 3 defenders coming right at him, and he gets that ball out. Should have been a reception. Derrick Henry must have been eating some Butterfingers before the game. And it's 2nd and 10 with about 37 seconds left. You already have a field goal.
Yeah.
Turn it over.
I think they are in field goal range. It's from the 29. 2 receivers to each side now for Georgetown. Derrick Henry in the backfield. Yosef back to pass. Fires. It's going to be caught for another first down. Skylar Wayne gets 11 more yards. 1st and 10 for Georgetown.
That looks so risky there. He saw that linebacker in the middle of the field, but that receiver is able to catch it and get up the field and get the first down to stop the clock.
Yosef back to pass. Fires in the end zone. Has a man. It's incomplete. Had a man open on the left side, but just could not get your foot down. 2nd and 10 for Georgetown.
I don't know what type of route that was, but that looked like it was about to be a touchdown. Could not get his foot in bounds, and 2nd and 10 for Georgetown. But that's not a problem with Abba Yosef. It's just able to hit any route you want. This is exactly the position Georgetown wants to be in this game.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 for Georgetown. You basically have a field goal at this point. Are going to be able to go up 2 scores, barring any mistake from your offense. They're running out of time. We only have 10 seconds to get this play off. From the 18-yard line. Yosef under center, 3 seconds on the play clock. Will they get this play off? They will. The play action pass. Yosef rolling out right side and just take off and run with it. Actually lose a couple yards. 3rd and 12. Timeout Georgetown. That could be a risky call if you don't get tackled for a first down or out of bounds on this next play.
That's just a bad play from Abba Yosef. You got to throw it away. You can't just get tackled in bounds right there. He tries to make a move, tries to be athletic. He's not, and he loses 2, and Georgetown's forced to use a timeout, but that might come back to bite them. And they're going to take a field goal on 3rd down.
They're going to settle for 3. They're not even going to risk it. They want the points here. Field goal unit
I don't
coming out on
blame
3rd and 12. Kick is up. Kick is good. Georgetown goes up. 2 scores here with 18 seconds. I think they realized what they did on that timeouts. And it's 10-0 here in Washington, D.C. Can Upper Iowa get some points somehow before the end of this half? With the return to the 24, Brandon Garnett gets 21 yards on that. Let's see what Upper Iowa can do in the last 14 seconds.
I think that's a really good decision from Coach Trigger and Georgetown to just kick that ball. You use a timeout there, and you don't want to risk it. You don't want to risk a turnover like Upper Iowa had. They had 3 easy points. They turned it over, and Georgetown just takes their 3 to go up 2 possessions.
Barry back to pass on a 1st and 10 looking. Fires incomplete. Absolutely no one in the area. And a 2nd and 10 for Upper Iowa.
3 for 12 is just a horrid stat line. Barry McCockner has just been a little inconsistent these last few games, and the inconsistency is continuing to show.
2nd and 10 for Upper Iowa. 9 seconds left. This is probably the final play. Barry's back to pass. Just take off and run with it, and will get sacked. And they're going to call a timeout. 3rd and 12 for Upper Iowa. They're just going to launch it down the field here. And hope.
Honestly, if I'm Coach Sneak, I may think about benching Barry McCockner. I might think about it.
I mean, you can ask him, see if he's going to.
Okay. He's going to get pissed at me, but I will.
Barry launches it down the field, has a couple people down there, and it's incomplete. And that'll do it for the first half. 10-0 is our score. We are going to head to Georgetown as they are up 10-0 here in their first playoff game. Coach Trigger and Georgetown up 10-0 at halftime. How are we feeling?
Happy.
Feeling good.
Bucky, anything for the coordinators?
Coach Orpheus, it seemed like Abba Yosef was coming to life there on the last two drives there. Are you gonna continue to start to air it out with Abba Yosef, or are you gonna keep leaning on Derrick Henry like y'all did in the first quarter?
We're just gonna try to find a balance in between the two.
Alrighty.
We've gone run heavy the first quarter and pass heavy the second, so it's just you have to try to find a balance to keep both happy.
Okay.
All right, and Coach John, after Upper Iowa's first drive, they ran the ball really solid on that first drive. Since then, have struggled on the ground and obviously struggled through the air. Any adjustments you're going to make going into the second half?
We just can't let them get big chunk plays from their run. That's the scariest part about this team is that when their run game gets big chunks like that, they start getting a bit dangerous, So we got to stop that dangerous part and then plug them up. Plug their QB up still, because their QB can get hot at any time. Any QB in this league can. So we got to be prepared for anything here. So it's going to be a brawl.
Bucky, maybe we should ask one more question to see if Trigger can keep staring at the camera for the duration of this interview. I know he's trying not to laugh at that. We're going to go over to Upper Iowa, and we'll see you after the game. Coach Sneak in Upper Iowa, offense is really not able to get anything going. What adjustments are you going to make going into the second half?
I'll let Versa answer that one.
Honestly, it's just Barry just needs to throw the ball, man. We have open receivers, we have drop passes. I don't really know what else I could do at least from a calling play perspective for them to to actually they just have to make the plays at the end of the day. So honestly, not too much. Might change in the play calling, but hopefully the players turn it around for us here.
Bucky.
Coach Zeke, Abba Yosef began to turn it on there in the last 2 drives of the game. What are you gonna do to try and adjust this defense to stopping his pretty good passing attack?
Defense has to get pressure, plain and simple. No one's getting pressure on the defensive line. Even when we're sending blitzes, sometimes we're not getting pressure. We need to get pressure on him, and he's the worst quarterback if we get pressure.
And Coach Sneak, Barry McCockner obviously not having a great half. Is there any thought in your mind about maybe switching quarterbacks, or y'all staying with Barry?
No, we're sticking with Barry because it's not that Barry's having a hard day because he hit wide open receivers. They just couldn't hold the ball. So
Sure.
he's making good throws. It's just We need to catch the ball.
All right, we're gonna head back to the booth. We will talk to you after the game. See you then. All right, Bucky. Upper Iowa gets the ball. Probably a must-score drive here for them, in my opinion.
Yeah, even 3 points would be absolutely great for Upper Iowa. If they could get 7, they could get it. But they got to get Barry McCockiner going first. They can't rely on the run game the entire time. They got to get something going here.
Garganette gets to the 30-yard line for Upper Iowa. Georgetown only allowing 55 total yards in the first half. And it's 1st and 10 for Upper Iowa. Let's see if Coach Burson can get McCockiner going a little bit here in the second half.
They need to. It's absolutely.
I mean, they have to. Yeah. All right, 1st and 10 for Upper Iowa. Pistol formation for the Peacocks. Barry's back to pass, looking, and just going to take off with it. See some open grass. Will get annihilated for a 9-yard rush, but gets 9 yards. 2nd and 1 for Upper Iowa.
He may have gotten annihilated on that play, but he gets back up, and Upper Iowa interestingly going hurry up here.
They are. It's going to be a handoff to Winslow. Winslow will fight his way for a first down and more. Gets 7 yards. 1st and 10 for Upper Iowa.
He's been playing so great this game. I think he's broken at least 10 tackles this game.
Yeah.
And now Upper Iowa's driving.
1st and 10 for Upper Iowa. Pistol formation once again. Barry's back to pass. Looking down the field. Going to fire down the field. It's going to be incomplete. Had a man open and just could not get it to him. 2nd and 10 for Upper Iowa.
Coach Sneak just is so disappointed in his quarterback right now. It looked like there was an open receiver, and he almost threw it into 2 Georgetown defenders. And you gotta try and do some options here with Barry. Do some screen passes because he is not able to hit these long balls.
Yeah, we honestly might need to make a hand in the face emote based off Sneak for the Discord at this point with how many times he did that tonight. But I digress. 2nd and 10 for Upper Iowa. Barry's back to pass, looking, and a fire down the field. Has a man open. It's time caught. First down, Upper Iowa. Nick Crabtree, 23 yards.
That's what Upper Iowa needed. What a catch from Nick Crabtree. Not exactly the best ball from McCockiner, but Crabtree's able to lay out for it. And you see Coach Sneak there, absolutely joyful after that one. Might need to make an emote of that.
Well, maybe. Anyways, 1st and 10 for Upper Iowa at the 32-yard line. Handoff to Winslow. Winslow breaks a tackle but cannot keep his feet and loses a yard on the play. 2nd and 11.
He almost did it again. Wetzel breaks that tackle but then stumbles on the guy he threw on the ground. 2nd and 11. I think Upper Iowa is just outside of field goal range right now, but even then you do not want to turn it over here.
Yep, 2nd and 11 for Upper Iowa at the 33-yard line. Just you need points on this drive. And this is a 50-yard field goal at the moment. You get a couple yards, you probably feel better about, kicking it here. Pistol formation. Barry's back to pass. Georgetown brings in pressure, and it's incomplete. Barry just cannot find the open receiver, and it's 3rd and 11 now for Upper Iowa.
In that situation, you got a 50-yard kick up here. You might as well just keep running it with Wetzel. He's been able to make something out of nothing multiple times in this game. I'm sure he would have gotten at least 5 yards. But now, you cannot throw it here with Barry. You're going to have a 50-yard field goal if you throw it.
Yeah, you are. 3rd and 11 for Upper Iowa from the 33. It's going to be a pass by Barry. Looking down the field, launches down the field, has a man open. Oh, it's almost intercepted. The receiver actually burned the corner, and Barry could not get it there. And now it's decision time, and they're going to kick a 50-yard field goal. I don't think they can make it. I don't know any kicker in this league that can actually make it.
See, that's what I was saying. See, if they just ran it, they would have had like a 45-yard field goal, and that's manageable. But 50 yards, I believe a 53-yarder has been made by the App State kicker. But I think he's a 5-star. If Upper Iowa didn't have a 5-star kicker, this is not going in, but let's see it.
Kick is up. Kick is no good. It's off the upright. That would have been in. It had the distance. It was probably good from 51.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
That's so bad, and now Georgetown is just gonna run the clock out. Oh my gosh, with Derrick Henry hot and Abba Yosef hot, Upper Iowa desperately needs a stop right here. They needed that 3. That's so disappointing.
It is. It is indeed for Georgetown. Or for Upper Iowa, excuse me. Georgetown's really happy about it. Yosef back to pass. Going to launch it down the field. Oh, it's almost intercepted. Well, Hobbin Jones almost got a turnover right back. And Upper Iowa would have loved to have that.
That would have been huge for the Peacocks. What a good defensive play, even though it looked like the receiver burned him over the top. Yosef wasn't able to hit it. But that would have been huge, but now it's 2nd and 10. Damn.
2nd and 10 for Upper Iowa, or for Georgetown handoff. And Eric Henry doesn't get anything. 3rd and 10 now for Georgetown. And Upper Iowa is a stop away here from getting the ball back and having a chance to go finally try to get some points.
This is exactly what you need if you're the Peacocks, to stop on Derrick Henry, not let him get any yards. And now, let's see if they can get a stop here on 3rd and 10. I feel like if Georgetown gets close to this first down line, they might consider going for it.
I could see them considering it, but it is 3rd and 10. You probably don't want to have any chance of Upper Iowa getting good field position here. We'll see. 3rd and 10 for Georgetown. Henry in motion, 5 wide for Yosef in Georgetown. Yosef back to pass, fires to the left side. He will turn upfield. He had the first down if he keeps going, but he gets stopped for an 8-yard reception. Bo Burton is going to force Georgetown to punt it away here.
Bo Burton might as well just put on an Upper Iowa jersey at this point. Runs right into the defenders. Had a lane on the outside. Upper Iowa catches a huge break there, and now they're going to have a chance to make it a 1-possession game.
They are, and Upper Iowa will get them off the 25-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Peacocks at the 25.
They only have 93 yards in
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah, they got 40 of that on the previous drive. So,
Damn.
Georgetown defense, that's what they're known for, has come to play today, and it's 1st and 10 for Upper Iowa. Let's see if Georgetown can get another stop. Furthest that Upper Iowa's gotten is I think the 21. I don't think they've gotten any further than that. From the 25, though, pistol formation for the Peacocks. Barry's back to pass it once again. Looking, fires down the field. This time it's caught for a 1st down and more. Corey James gets 15 yards.
Barry McCockiner looking like a whole new man, able to hit another receiver. Looked like the same receiver, Corey James.
Yeah.
And this is looking good.
If Upper Iowa can get a score here and a score fast, they have a chance to stay in this game. Barry back to pass once again. Fires, intercepted at midfield. Terrible pass by Barry. This one, it will not be a pick six. Barry actually makes a tackle. But Upper Iowa has another interception. Just a terrible pass.
I know you can't see it, but my jaw is on the floor. Like, how do you go from making a really good throw to throwing it right to the defense?
We have a developing situation here.
Hey, guys. What?
I think they just benched Barry.
And now my jaw's on the floor. Like,
We'll
I
see.
asked you about it. I put it in their brain.
Yeah, now Yosef in the offense at the 38-yard line for Georgetown. And it's going to be a counter. Henry will not get anything. Loses 3 yards. 2nd and 13 now for Georgetown.
Upper Iowa, they need a 3-and-out right here. They need a 3-and-out and then a touchdown. It's what they need. I know there's still about 10 minutes left in this game, but Georgetown, when they have the ball, they waste time. They make sure that play clock goes all the way down to 1 before snapping the ball. Upper Iowa just needs a 3-and-out here if they want to stay alive.
That's 100% what Georgetown's going to do. Trigger loves chewing clock the manual way. He's always had, always will. But it doesn't this time. Yosef will keep it, and Yosef gets stripped up from behind, gets 7 yards, 3rd and 5 for Georgetown.
He could have broke that for a touchdown if not for a shoestring tackle from behind. And that sets up a 3rd and 5 for Upper Iowa. Has to stop him here.
Yeah, 100%. Needing a stop. 3rd and 5 for the Hoyas from the 34 would be a 51-yarder from this point. I don't know if Georgetown has a kicker to make that, but we'll see, I guess. 2-back set for the Hoyas. Play clock at 10. Yosef back to pass on 3rd and 5. Looking, had a man open, didn't see him. Fires down the field, has another man open. Caught for a 1st down near the 10-yard line. Keel gauge 24 yards.
Heelgate's cutting up the Peacock defense and getting down to almost inside the 10-yard line. Now the Peacocks are thinking hold them to 3. You got to hold them to a field goal here to keep it a 2-possession game, even if the third quarter ends and you just get the ball back in the fourth quarter. You got to hold them to 3 here. That's what you need if you're Upper Iowa. A 2-yard loss, but Abba Yosef, he's 11 for 16 right now. He's playing like he did against Coastal. He's playing very good. We haven't seen this type of Abba Yosef for a while.
And it's 3rd and 13 for Georgetown. That play did not work.
I guess Trigger was happy about that when he was kind of
smiling
after it. I mean, I guess he was just trying to try something. They already have a field goal. If you get a field goal, Upper Iowa is still only down by 2 possessions.
Yep.
I mean, the game really is not over yet. No need to be like
It required Upper Iowa to finally have some offense, but yeah, it would not be over. It's 3rd and 13 though for Georgetown, and Yosef's back to pass, looking down the field. Fires going to be caught, thrown behind him. Bo Burton gets 3 yards. 4th and 10 for Georgetown, and they are going to have to kick a field goal here.
Upper Iowa, they get the stop they needed, maybe a little bit later than they thought, and Georgetown's going to get 3, but still a 2-possession game. And now you have about 8 minutes left on this clock. Go down there and score, get a stop, and get another score to take a 1-point lead to possibly win your first playoff game as a school.
Yeah, 57 seconds left in the third quarter. Upper Iowa in some trouble here. And they'll return it from about 2 yards deep in the end zone. And we'll only get to around the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 for Upper Iowa.
They've seen worse field position. This isn't bad. They've had field position from the 15, now from the 23. I mean, think about it. If they would have gotten that 3, they're only down. I mean, never mind. They probably still. It's still a 2-possession game. That even 3 at the start of the game, that really just ended all momentum.
Yeah. Anyway, 1st and 10 for Upper Iowa. Barry's back to pass. Georgetown brings the pressure, and it's almost intercepted. That's Deirdre Renfert. He did
They benched him.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Barry has been benched.
Wow. They bench him, and they get a quarterback that would have made the exact same throw that Barry would have.
Yeah, and I don't think Sneak knows what to do here.
He's stressing.
He seemed to be stressing a little bit. For 2nd and 10 for for Upper Iowa. Renfert back to pass, fires, caught, 1st down. Upper Iowa gets around the 40-yard line as Daniel Johnson on an angle route gets 17.
All I'm saying, Bear McCockner's not making that throw right now with 2 picks. Reinfert makes it, and Upper Iowa in a do-or-die situation.
They are 40 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 for Upper Iowa. Renfert back to pass once again, looking down the field, going to throw it away. Had no one open. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 for Upper Iowa.
See, Barry would have thrown a pick. Reinfert throws it away. So, yeah, you take what you could get. Stops the clock with 30 seconds left in the third quarter. 2nd and 10 for Upper Iowa. They're kind of putting together a drive here, but you gotta
get in the end zone.
Get something going, yeah.
There's no more needing field goals. It's all touchdowns from here. For Upper Iowa from the 40-yard line, pistol formation. Renfert in the shotgun here, back to pass. Georgetown brings pressure. Renfert looking, tries to get away, trips over his own man, and is sacked for 12 yards. 3rd and 22 for Upper Iowa.
That is the worst possible situation that Upper Iowa. That was the worst possible thing that could have happened to him.
Yeah.
A sack for 12 yards. Reinfert stumbles 5 yards back. And now it's 3rd and 22, and I feel like they have to go for it here, so they got to get close to the 1st down line.
I don't even know if they're going to get this playoff before the end of the quarter. They will not. 3rd and 22 will be the Down the distance when we get into the fourth quarter, Georgetown working on a shutout here. 13-0 is our score. And I don't even know what to say. This has been bad on all accounts for Upper Iowa.
It's certainly been a game.
It's been a game. It has been a game.
It could be the first shutout of the season.
It could. That would be hilarious. But anyway, Ranford back to pass, 3rd and 22, looking fires to absolutely no one. Incomplete, 4th and 22. What will Upper Iowa do? Will they go for it, kick it?
You can't go for it. You cannot go for it here. It's 4th and 22. I know it's going to be hard to have to punt it here, but that just means you're going to have to rely on your defense to get another stop, and then you're going to have to get something going on offense. It's just looking dire for the Peacocks.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. 6 minutes to go here in Washington, D.C. Georgetown on its way to this semis final, and yeah, Georgetown looking like they're coming after this punt. Almost gets there, and it will be fair caught for the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for Georgetown, up 13.
The Peacocks, they need a 3-and-out, and they need it now. If they don't get a 3-and-out, Georgetown is able to get at least 3 minutes of this clock in 6 plays. You need a 3-and-out here. You don't have to use your timeouts quite yet. Get a 3-and-out. Go down there and score. You get a 3-and-out using all your timeouts. Go down there and score is the best possible scenario for Upper Iowa, but that's a lot to have to happen in a short
Yeah,
time.
diamond formation for Georgetown, and it's going to be a handoff to Keel Gates, who will not get anything. In fact, loses 2 yards. 2nd and 12 for Georgetown.
This Peacock defense, they've been playing pretty good in this back half of the game. They've gotten a lot of tackles for loss on these outside runs. They've been playing good, but their offense just has not been able to support them, as they should.
Yeah. 2nd and 12, full house again for Georgetown. McCracken gets a handoff this time, and he will get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that's about it. It's 3rd and 10 for Georgetown now.
For a second there, I thought he fumbled because he was just laying there, but instead he gets 2 yards. 3rd and 10 here. If you're the Peacocks, you absolutely have to stop them. They're probably going to pass here. Let's see if they can cover it.
Yeah. Upper Iowa needs to get the ball back here and fast. Cannot, allow Georgetown to bleed some clock off here, which they're currently doing, trying to pick a play. We're under 6 minutes to go, and Upper Iowa needing the ball back like right now. 3rd and 10 from their own 31-yard line. Yosef giving audibles. He is going to hand it off, and Marino will only get 2 yards. And Upper Iowa with the ball back with around 5 minutes to go.
And that's what you needed. Upper Iowa gets the 3-and-out that they needed, and now the offense has to produce something. You don't have to pass it every play. You could do some runs. You could do some screens. You could do some options. You don't have to pass it every play with your backup quarterback, even though there's under 5 minutes left. You don't have to pass it every play. So hopefully Coach Versa and Sneak realize it. Posgate in the chat, and Barry McCockiner is going back in.
So 1 series benching apparently for Barry, and he's back.
Now you can't pass it.
I don't even know. Upper Iowa will get the ball probably around the 40-yard line, or not. Oh, maybe they will, because he absolutely just ran over a man, Brandon Garnett. And 4.5 minutes to go for Upper Iowa, needing 2 scores.
That's pretty good field position.
And they haven't even been close all night.
They've been close to a field goal that first possession.
That's not. They don't need field goals. No.
I know.
Hey, yeah. Barry back to pass on 1st and 10. Fires left side, going to be caught for 4 yards out of bounds. Corey James. I guess that's okay for Upper Iowa.
I mean, you get a completion. I mean, that's just like amazing. It's like Jesus' touch.
2nd and 6, clock rolling, 4:40 to go. Barry now looks over at the sideline and giving audibles. Definitely not what Versa wants here. Barry's back to pass once again on 2nd and 6 and try to take off a run. And loses 6 yards. 3rd and 12 for Upper Iowa.
You got to hurry it up here. I don't get it. They're not hurrying it up. Time's going to be wasting here. First off, they got out of bounds on first down. They hurried it up. Now they get sacked and they don't hurry it up. There's not very good clock management from Upper Iowa, and it's 3rd and 12 now. You got to rely on a McCockiner arm that's just not been delivering the entire game.
Yeah, they have not. Huh?
You got to go deep.
Yeah, they have to. They have to. 3rd and 12 for Upper Iowa. Under 4 minutes to go here. Barry is back to pass. Looking. Nothing coming up. Going to fire to no one into the ground. Once again, I don't even know. He is 6 for 21 on the day. Only 62 yards. Now you got to go for it. 4th and 12. This is definitely it for Upper Iowa.
Maybe you could have gotten close to the first down line and then went for it on 4th down, but now you've set yourself up 4th and long, and this is the season for the Peacocks. See if they can do it.
4th and 12 from their own 36-yard line. Two-back set. Winslow and Taylor in the backfield with Barry. Barry, back to pass. Georgetown brings pressure. It's incomplete. Bobby Boucher's there over the middle, and Georgetown gets a turnover on downs, and they are on the way to the first shutout of the season.
That's going to seal it. Barry McCockiner has not been able to do anything all game. He got that one benching. Maybe Coach Sneak thought that would have lit a fire under him. Obviously it didn't, and now Upper Iowa might be getting shut out.
They're getting close. Wildcat. Henry going to keep it on the Wildcat. Will get only 2, 2nd and 8 for Georgetown as they will begin to wind this clock, and Upper Iowa's calling a timeout.
Maybe. I mean, if they could get a stop, and even with a field goal, it's still a 2-possession game. But you just need a lot of things to go your way, and it just hasn't been happening tonight. Nothing has went Upper Iowa's way tonight. So to think you get lucky in the last 3 minutes, just I don't know.
I don't know either. 2nd and 8. Clock at 3:43. Rocking in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Henry left side or right side. Henry will get 5 yards. Another timeout by Upper Iowa. 3rd and 3 for the Peacocks. Or for the Hoyas.
I guess you might as well try and get the ball back. Even if they get a field goal, you're still down 2 possessions. It's the last game of the season. Your season is on the line right now. So it makes sense to do timeouts. Even if there's slim to none chance that you get it done, might as well.
3rd and 3 for Georgetown. 3.5 minutes to go here. It's going to be a play action pass. Yosef going to fire to McCracken, who gets sacked for a loss. And timeout Upper Iowa. 4th and 4 for Georgetown. They have a 47-yard field goal here to kick.
What would be really funny is if they ran a fake field goal here and then sealed the game. I mean, that would be insane.
Kick is up. Kick is going to be no good, and Upper Iowa is still alive.
They have a chance. Barry McCockiner has to turn into the greatest quarterback of all time. He has to turn into a Weasley. I guess Wetzel, or whatever the backup quarterback is, has to turn into a Reinford has to turn into a Weasley right now. Might as well change his last name to Weasley right now. That's what Coach Sneak needs. They need to go down there and score in less than a minute and then get an onside kick.
Yeah, they don't have any timeouts. So they absolutely need a touchdown fast and an onside. Reinford back to pass, looking down the field. Launches it down the field. Had a man open. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
He had his receiver. He overthrew him hard. The pressure was getting to him. At 2nd and 10, I would say that Upper Iowa needs to just take it step by step. But at this point in the game, that's just not enough.
2nd and 10 for Upper Iowa, their own 30. Reinford back to pass once again, looking, fires to the running back and can't even complete that. It is 3rd and 10.
It's got to be stressful as a coach. I mean, your quarterback, you got to rely on your quarterback to make these throws. That running back was wide open on the wheel route. Could have gotten a first down, even if he doesn't, would have been out of bounds. And now you're left with a 3rd and long.
Yep, 3rd and long for Upper Iowa.
They need yards here, just yards.
They need something. Yeah, they need something to go right because nothing's really gone right.
Wide on third down.
Yeah, I don't even remember when they got their one third down conversion, to be honest
I
with
think
you.
the first drive.
Ryan for back to pass looking, fires, caught. Not caught. It gets lit open, it's incomplete.
That is just shocking. I don't know.
It's really not.
The ball-
It's really
the
not
ball-
shocking after what we've seen
The ball is
tonight.
there. The ball is there, and that should. I don't even know, dude. That you got to be so mad if you're Coach Sneak and Coach Versa. Like both of those guys got to be furious at their players right now. This is making me mad.
Yeah.
I'm not even like coaching.
You will be on Thursday.
Yeah.
If Upper Iowa doesn't get this conversion, we'll talk about that game. Ryan for back to pass. He will get sacked. Actually loses the ball. And I don't even know what happened. But Georgetown can turn over on downs. And that's it. Anyway.
Yeah, we said it was over like 3 times. Now it's officially
It's
over.
over.
Georgetown. I mean, they can't knee it quite yet. Maybe they want to go for 20-0, but that's just the way that.
Okay, I
Why is
don't know.
the- okay,
I don't know
okay.
what we're reviewing, bro. I really don't care if it's a fumble or not. It
That was
doesn't
a
matter.
first down. That was a first down. No,
Yeah.
he caught it in bounds, bro. It's touchdown. What?
Okay. Anyway, let's preview UConn Central Arkansas. Central Arkansas is on the road. How are we feeling, Bucky, going into it?
I'm feeling great. We've been game planning all week. Me and the UCA boys got Pete. We got Nismo, and now we have Kepler, but he's probably not going to be helping us out too much. This offense from UConn, they've been up and down. We're going to try and stop them, obviously, and we just got to get Parker going. He hasn't had a great outing the past couple of games. He had one against Montana, not against UCO. I think he's scared of UCO, but other than that, he just needs to get something going. I think Georgetown's going to hurry up here. This is insane.
I don't know what they're doing. They're going to give O'Brien the ball back at this rate, unless they get a first down here. Yeah, I really don't know how I feel about this game because UConn has the ability to put it away early, but the last couple weeks they haven't played like it. So, that being said, they played against UCO, App State, I think Georgetown, their final 3 games. So, tough way to end your season, but they just haven't looked like the UConn that started out 4-0. As Henry gets 6 yards, 4th and 3.
Fake field goal.
And I think they're going to have to kick a field goal, which technically I probably was not out of it yet, as they're switching quarterbacks again.
Quarterback again. What's the point?
I don't know. I don't know what the point is.
To try and not get shot.
Yeah, I guess that's the goal now. Oh, they're going for it. I thought they've already used 2. I don't know. Actually.
I don't know. Maybe
No, they haven't. Maybe they only used 1.
Violation. Fake field goal. That'd be funnier. There's only been one team that fake field goal all year, and it's been UCA.
No, Upper Iowa did it against me. They scored a touchdown on it.
Really? I did it against Upper Iowa.
As Yosef's going to get sacked for a 7-yard loss, Upper Iowa gets the ball back. Yeah, do you not remember that? I was up 47-0.
I wasn't watching.
There was
game.
like 20 seconds left. They come out 4th and goal, fake field, or 4th and like 10, fake field goal, boom, touchdown, 30 yards. Okay.
That's fortunate for them. They went for 2 as well.
Yeah, they failed that. Anyway, 1st and 10 for Upper Iowa. A minute 30 to go here. I think is Barry back in the game at this point? I don't even know. Barry's back to pass, looking down the field, going to launch it down the field. It's going to be intercepted, and for the 5th time,
and that will end it. Finally,
that will do it from Washington D.C.
Abba is hurt.
What?
That's what Mason just said. Abba Yosef is hurt.
All right, let's go to Georgetown. No, Abba's in the game. I can see his number.
What is Mason talking about in chat then? What are they doing, I guess?
Those Upper Iowa coaches and staff. I mean, God, IQ of a. Anyway, let's go to Georgetown.
Yeah. Okay.
and see how they're feeling after this victory.
So small.
I'm
Coach?
going to. I don't have it on. You got to run 2 o'clock.
Coach Trigger, we're doing interviews early because there's really nothing else going to go on in this game unless you're going to start running plays. But anyway, shutout win. Hey, listen, I did the same thing last week against UCA when Gage came in. Anyway,
That was some tomfoolery.
Anyway, how are we feeling after a shutout win, heading on to play App State next week in the semis?
Happy.
We still could have played offense a little bit better. Not for as well as we drove the ball. 13 points is still not what we wanted.
Bucky?
Stopping Barry McCockiner and UIU is one thing, Coach John, but stopping App State and Spearbeck, a potential Heisman, is another. How's the game plan going to change going into y'all's second matchup with App State?
Hey, if the 3 seed
third.
wins, does that mean that we verse the 1 seed?
No.
No, so we're facing App State no matter what? Or
Yes.
Yeah. So this
Alright,
year's
well-
third matchup, I mean.
Third matchup, we're just going to keep on adjusting. Last game we didn't adjust. We got emotional against App State. We got to stay calm. And that should be our goal next game. Stay calm, but stay energized, and, run those plays that work.
All right. Well, we will let you, Trigger doesn't want to talk, so we're going to just leave you guys alone. We'll see you next week against App State.
See ya.
Never back down.
He was.
All right. Upper Iowa, Coach Sneak. Another first-round exit in the playoffs. Offense just really did not get anything going tonight. What were your takeaways from not only tonight, but the season overall?
It's disappointing, especially when you have all the hype going in.
No. Versus no.
Sorry.
I swear to God, if you do that again.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Sneak.
It's very frustrating when you have all the hype in the off season about getting this superstar roster. We played well the first two, 3 games, and then just the rest of the season it just got downhill. It's kind of bittersweet. Don't really know what the future holds, and all I can say is that I love playing and coaching with these boys in the chat.
Versa, going into next season, I can't remember off the top of my head what you guys got recruiting wise, but any chance Barry's not your starter coming out season 3?
There's definitely a chance. I mean, depending on how off-season goes with them and, kind of how they adjust and/or, what attributes they work on out of both of Didier and Barry. I would say the position's definitely up for grabs. It's just unacceptable, really, it's by him. They did have, some good, defensive plays, but at the end of the day, majority of these incompletions were just overthrows nonstop or underthrows for the interceptions, and you could only do so much with the play calling. I was hoping that it would get better in the second half, but it honestly just got worse. So I don't really know what else to do on my end except hope these guys work something out in the off season so that they could actually throw the ball properly.
Bucky.
I've got that.
Make sure to get the other team too.
Yeah, he did. All right, Coach Zeke. Defensively, I'm guessing you did too. I thought you had a solid game. Just offense just did not, have a complement your defense. So, what were your takeaways from the season overall, and what adjustments are you going to make going into next season?
It all starts with the defensive pressure. Defense non-existent in that second half. Felt like no pressure was being made, and we got to work on that. I felt like our coverage was great. Got to fixing that middle, but Greg Stone's definitely going to help with that. And I'm just going to look forward to next season.
All right. Well, we are going to head back to the booth to close out the stream, and we will see you in season 3. See you then. All right, Bucky. Well, round 1, game 1's done. We will, have another game Thursday. We have the award show tomorrow night. We'll find out the Heisman, Coach of the
Coach
Year,
of the year.
Coordinator of the Year. I think the Commissioner of the Year, or
Commissioner of the year. There's only
Commissioner
one.
Award. Sorry, Commissioner Award.
Oh.
Yeah. So thoughts, Bucky, and then thoughts on Thursday.
It's just a disappointing way to end your season for Upper Iowa. I mean, 0 points in a playoff.
Yeah,
game.
I mean, listen.
That's just insane.
And I think the last 2 games that Upper Iowa's faced like a decent team, they've scored a combined 6.
It's 6 points against Central Oklahoma and 17 against North Dakota State.
I said top teams.
Okay. 6 against Central Oklahoma, 10 against Georgetown in their first, but they
Yeah.
won that one.
Yeah.
But that's really their only 2 hard games.
Yeah, so
Against Central Arkansas, but
disappointing end to Upper Iowa season, but that's not the end of this week. Number 5 UCA takes on number 4 UConn on Thursday. So we will see then. I game's at 7, not 8:30. Thank God. So
yeah, thank God, dude. Oh my God.
we will see you then. Appreciate y'all for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow night for the award show, and we'll all see you Thursday for round 1, game number 2.
See y'all.